This weekend, a slew of people have been linking me to this article titled Death by Xbox. Death by Xbox comes from the notorious British tabloid The Sun and was published yesterday on July 30th. The article itself is about an event that, while is certainly tragic, really isn't newsworthy in my opinion. The Sun, in typical fashion here, are trying to make mountains out of molehills. The story is about 20-year-old Chris Staniforth, whose life ended sadly after he suffered a deep vein thrombosis. That's essentially a blood clot if you don't already know. The condition, DVT, is something that can occur as a result of physical inactivity over an extended period of time. It's assumed that this is the reason for his death because he is known to have had long gaming sessions of up to 12 hours where he would be completely still for the majority. Now, what annoys me about this article isn't necessarily what you might immediately think. Yes, it's all anti-video games obviously, but it's not just that. The parents of the deceased, in my view, are very level-headed, sensible people. I think we should give them some credit because they're being realistic about this and accepting that there is no one to blame for this incident, instead of trying to point the finger towards the manufacturers. So what bothers me is that the Sun is kind of misrepresenting what has actually happened. Nothing has emerged here to show that games are a bad thing, and nobody, including the parents, is blaming games for this. They're just twisting it in such a way that it implies otherwise. Of course, there aren't any facts to back up their views, so they resort to using this daft sensationalist wording. Example, the first sentence. A lad of 20 has been killed by a blood clot caused by playing his Xbox for up to 12 hours at a time. Like the heading, this heavily implies that the Xbox was somehow the direct cause here. Then there's other small things like the image captioning, for instance. Take a look at this one, a picture of George from Halo Reach. The caption here not only flaunts a complete lack of research, but also tries to highlight something that could make the game out to be bad: the heavy machine gun. Now, I'm gonna end there. I could sit here and pick apart this whole thing if I really wanted to, but let's remember something. This is The Sun we're talking about. It's hardly the most reputable paper out there. This is just another reminder of why we should take everything they say with a pinch of salt. Again, and it goes without saying, it's a shame that this anti-video game movement is continuing to thrive at this day and age. It's sad but true. I'm sure there'll be plenty more incidents like this before the medium becomes as accepted as, say, film is.